Hello, Facebook friends. I'm out in the community here in St. Louis where the tornadoes hit yesterday, and just wanted to show you just a little bit of the cleanup is underway right now as officials try to figure out how to deal with the devastation that's all around St. Louis. Some 5,000 buildings were damaged in all this. In addition, you can see all the down trees and everything, and that is cleanup is underway. Over here, they've got some folks who are providing, I guess, some hot dogs and water for folk to have, and there are some groups that are popping up all around the area to try to pitch in, try to help, try to do their part. 5 people killed in this in these tornadoes that hit St. Louis, and you can just see all around just the damage everywhere. I'm going to just show you just some of it here. As I was out last night, and it was just an amazing scene to see folk come together, to see folk for one apartment building, power knocked out and everything, and people, hundreds of people could not get back in that building because it was just in bad shape. And I was here to give some resources to those people. I think it was Roosevelt Apartments. Pastor Mike Robinson was also out here last night, and he did just a yeoman's job of helping all the people, of helping them get some transportation, helping to get shelter, helping to get transportation and everything. Let me clip this on. Helping to get shelter and transportation. So interesting story. Mike Robinson, a pastor of church here, basically got on the scene, found all of these folk who were out on the street basically because they could not get back into their homes. And look at this, look at the roof over here. And so Mike had the mayor's telephone number. Pastor had the mayor's telephone number and actually called Mayor Kara Spencer and last night, describing the situation to her, telling her what was going on, and the mayor immediately opened up a shelter for those people at that apartment building on Euclid and Delmar. She immediately opened up a shelter for them to go, and Pastor was able to shuttle people to that shelter. So a lot was going on. You know, the mayor's been in office about a month, something like that. But this is certainly trial by fire. So we had some 500 workers out last night. City emergency workers, first responders, street department, forestry department, everybody out last night. What you're looking at right now is a church that was badly hit last night, and you can see the severe, look at this, guys, you can see the severe damage at this church. And like I said, it was one of many structures that was hit. Some, like I said, some 5,000 buildings they estimate were damaged by the storm. So what's been happening is the city has had some 500 people out, first responders and other folks, people coming in from all over. So they've got help. I saw an ambulance last night here from Afton. So they've got people just here from all over. You can see some of the damage just from this car, from bricks that were hurled onto the street. A lot of the bricks have been cleaned up now, but that still is going to be a job. And look at this. Look at this church, guys, and even the house next to it. And you can see that as well. Look at this. Just damage all over that you can see on this block. I'm near Arbor here in North St. Louis near Fountain Park as people come to just try to digest what's happened and just like look and imagine just the power of that storm that came along and damaged this church. Once again, this was a fatal storm. As the mayor said this morning, I asked her at this morning's news conference if this was the worst storm to ever hit St. Louis, and she said, yep, it really was and is the worst storm to hit our area. And so it's going to be, this is going to take a lot of cleanup is going to have to happen with this. But the search right now is still a search to save lives. They are searching all of these buildings. Like I said, about some 5,000 buildings were damaged, and so they've got rescue crews basically that's going to check each one of these buildings to make sure there's no one inside. So far, we have had here in St. Louis, we have had some. Look at this. You can see the damage just from this home here. That looks like a roof was torn off, and we're just going to walk over here and just kind of take a look here as people try to deal with this, as people try to come to grips with what has happened. And this is a terrible tragedy for the city, as the governor and the mayor and the rest of the officials talked about the devastation, talked about how bad this is, as folks will have to begin to rebuild their lives. How you doing, man? I'm so sorry. So sorry for you guys and all this that happened. How are you holding up in this?
I'm trying to hold up. I just don't know what to do. Because I ain't never been in a situation like this. And just me and my son stay upstairs. So, and my sister stay downstairs. And his bedroom gone. And it's just something else. So we stayed at my brother's house last night. So we got to see what we can do by getting some of our stuff out of here. I just don't know where to start. But I'm just lost of words. Oh.
Were you at home when this hit?
No.
Okay.
My sister downstairs was at home.
Okay.
Her and her boyfriend, and he got pinned. He was on the porch. He got pinned up on some of this stuff, and my brother got him up out of there.
He was pinned by some of the debris that fell?
Some of the debris that fell.
Yeah.
But he's all right. He's all right. So we're waiting on my other family here to come and my sister and them to come so we can see what we can do. I just don't know. And my son, he left work yesterday, and one of his bosses was acting up. They didn't want him to leave. He made a statement to him, telling me, what, you going to hold your mama's hand? So he said the other boss told him, go ahead and leave. So I don't know.
I'm sure no one can describe the hurt that you're going through right now.
Nope. Only if they've been in a situation like this. They understand what I'm going through. And then that lady lost her life over there. She was a good lady. Yeah.
Was she in the church?
Yeah. There's three of them that got pinned in there.
Inside this church across the street here?
Mm-hmm. And it was two ladies and a guy. And one lady passed. And her husband had a fit. And the rest of the family came out and they had a fit. Just couldn't. I felt bad.
You saw the family when they came out yesterday?
Yes.
Over to this church across the street?
Yes.
Where one of the victims died?
Mm-hmm. Her car's still sitting over there.
How do you react to something like this that hits it hits home, not close to home. It hits home.
It ain't nothing you can how to react to. You don't know the pain that everybody feel when it comes to a tragedy like this. It's like the man that is over here in the first house across the street. He got hit from the debris from his house. It took a long time, but my niece, she worked into the medical field. It's last night went over there to see what was going on, and they had to call the ambulance for him. It's things like the ribs was broke, but just everybody's hurt. If you ain't got nothing got in this situation like this, but you got other people, you feel for them, all the hurt they going through, and I understand it now. I understand how people is hurt from this. Here come my family.
What do you do from here? What's your next step?
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to find somewhere to go. Now I don't have the funds for it. That's why I keep on crying. Thanks for talking to me a minute ago.
We're going to keep you in our prayers.
Thank
You
you.
said your family is coming?
Yeah, they on their way here now.
Okay.
They're getting ready to start cleaning up.
Okay, look
Yeah.
at this. This is just incredible. When you come out and, sorry man, when you come out and see something like this is just, well, thank you for talking to me. Okay. How are you?
I don't know who you are. Hi, how are you?
Well, hello. That's a tough time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. We look at this lady's house.
My aunt.
Huh?
We're gonna go help. It's my aunt.
Oh, this is your aunt? What's your thoughts when you see this?
Well, they stayed here for the most part. My since I was a kid, so it's a lot to take in. Like, this is memories,
Mhm.
and this is just. I mean, I know it's hard for them to take in. They live here, so I just feel sorry for my aunt.
So this is your aunt here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And all the family's kind of rallying to see what they can do, obviously.
Yes, two aunts who stay here, so we're gonna just help with it. Do what we need to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, with everything that's happened, you just got to be thankful that they're alive.
Exactly. That's all I care about. I'm glad they're alive. My aunt's smiling. It's my cousin. So we gotta do what we need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, keep in my prayers.
Oh, I appreciate that.
All the
Them
best to
too.
you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Your house okay? I don't know
Yeah,
where you live
yeah. I
at.
survived in one piece.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Your family's good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, yeah, we good. But we're good. That's all that matters.
Well, you hang in, okay?
Thank you. You have a good day.
And I'll keep in my prayers.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, Mr. Davis.
Bye. Goodness. Well. What?
Somebody wants to say hello to me.
Somebody wanted. Now, what you say now?
It's a lady right here.
Uh-huh.
It's a red shirt right here.
She wants to say hi to me.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're gonna walk over there. Imagine all the things they're going through, and somebody wants to say hi to me with everything that they're dealing with. Man, hi guys. What you say? Yeah,
How you doing?
Elliot Davis. How are you?
All righty.
All right, very nice to meet you. Hate to meet under these circumstances.
Yeah. How you been doing?
Good. I'm fine. It's all the other people I'm looking at that are not fine. The people who have died
Yeah,
in that
well.
church, the people over here where the roof is collapsed here, they're not doing fine. And that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about all the people who are
It
suffering.
could have helped to me the other day when I was coming from the daycare.
What-
It was
what?
rain and hail coming down here, people cold. They knocked a whole lot of trees down. You couldn't even come down the street.
Were you at home when the storm hit?
I was at the daycare.
Huh?
Where I was,
Okay. You were home? What did you see and hear?
I heard a whole lot of noise, boom, 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 and a whole lot of wind and stuff that started falling apart. The door started rattling and shaking. I come to the door and said, it's a tornado. Let's take cover. That's what I heard.
Where'd you guys go in the house?
Couldn't make it to the basement. Hopped in the tub.
How about it?
I hopped in the tub. Yeah, other people hear what they can hear. I was on the floor. I was on the floor to make sure I won't get lighted, thundered in my eye. I was there right there at the foot of the bed.
That had to be pretty scary, though.
Very much.
Everybody said it came through quickly.
Real quick.
It did.
Real quick. In a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, it was all over. And boom, 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 rattles, roof coming down, wind shaking the door, turn it off, real fast. Never seen nothing like it before in my life.
And you just you were just relieved that you're still here.
Right.
And that and everybody else in the house.
Right,
is.
because our neighbors, they got it worse. They got the corner house, they got it worse. It's just, by the grace of God, we didn't suffer much.
Yeah.
But we did suffer a lot. It tore the roof off, bricks in the back.
Wait a minute, it tore your roof off?
As well, yeah. It's from the back. You can't
Okay.
see it from the front, but from the back, it's completely gone. Holes in the apartment upstairs. Bricks missing, windows gone.
So you certainly had some damage.
For sure. For sure. Yes.
Yeah, we had some damage here. I got out the van yesterday, and it was a stick down there with a rusty nail in.
Yeah.
I was walking, didn't even look down and see it. It was a nail in it, and I stuck my feet in
Oh
there.
no!
It hurt my feet.
Oh no!
Yes, I did.
You stuck the nail in your foot?
The nail stuck me right in my foot, right through my boot.
What, did you go to to get a shot? You go to the hospital, urgent care or something? Well, you need to do that.
I'm gonna probably wait till Monday.
Huh?
I'm gonna probably wait till it Monday because I ain't
Yeah,
got
no,
way.
don't. Wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, it could be infected if you
Right.
stepped on one of these nails.
No, it didn't hit me inside my feet, it just hit my boot.
Oh, okay. I thought the nail stuck in your foot. Okay, all right. That you would have taken her to the hospital.
I would have.
Well, I'm glad you guys are okay.
Okay, thank you.
Today my sister's brother's birthday held at Warren.
Good Lord, what a way to celebrate a birthday, right?
My brother's 75, my sister's 70. My sister's 70.
Yeah.
She's 64.
What a way to have a birthday.
You remember hell, don't
What a way to have a birthday with all this going on.
you? Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys survived it okay.
Yeah.
And thank you for talking to me. Thank you. All right, guys. Obviously, people, trying to cope with this situation. Somebody who wanted to talk to me. I was talking to their next door neighbors, and they wanted to shout at me, and so we went over and got a chance to talk to them about their situation. You've seen the folk here, and they said, actually, I can see it now. In that house, they say their roof was torn off too. The people I was just talking to, they say they lost their roof as well, so they didn't come out of this unscathed. And you see the lady I talked to here. Hi. You see the lady I talked to here, and you can see her roof in her front lawn. Look at this, guys. And this is it's just incredible damage. It's amazing that more people were not killed in this. Thank God that there were not more. And you can look across the street, apparently someone in the church lost their lives last night, and you can see the damage. You can see all the damage right now out front, and just amazing. And that this obviously this church is hitting so many areas of it, and you just see a lot of the bricks out front. You see a lot of the bricks out front in this church. When this storm came through, there were some people inside of it. We're going to go down. Let's see. Just doing one thing here. We're going to go down this. We're going to go down, and so people all over here are suffering. People all over are trying to come to grips with this. Most people haven't seen anything like this in St. Louis. in a very long time. I was at the news conference this morning with the mayor, Kara Spencer, and Governor Mike Kehoe, and Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt. They all were there at the news conference. Senate with the mayor says basically that the effort is still going on to try to save lives. There are about 500 people out who are searching the homes, making sure there are no further victims inside. How you doing, man?
Bless young man, for the most part, thank you, fine.
All right, you hanging in?
Pretty much. We got a choice. That's all we can do.
Did you have any damage?
Vehicle, inside, roof on, everything.
The what?
The roof, blew all the windows out the house, damage everywhere.
I'm sorry, what kind of damage did you have?
Roofs blown out the houses, windows exploding, debris everywhere, vehicle damage, everything.
Were you home when this happened?
No, sir. Luckily, I wasn't. I'm blessed I wasn't.
You just came, anybody in the house when this happened?
Wasn't no one in the downstairs neighbors were in the house, but they took shelter in the basement.
Nobody hurt here?
No, sir.
Okay, what are your thoughts about all this?
It's devastating. That's all I can say. It's devastating. And I pray for everybody involved, as well as myself.
Haven't seen any. I'm from St. Louis.
Never
I haven't
this type
seen
of
anything like this.
Never. No, sir. Never. My prayers are with everybody involved, as well as you, as well as myself, everyone. All we can do is rebuild. The minor losses is okay, but we can rebuild as long as we still got our life.
And that's the important thing.
That's important.
All right.
Prayers for everybody involved.
Hey, thank you for talking to me.
Thank you, Ellen. Anytime.
Hey, man.
Have a nice day.
All right. Okay, guys. Everybody we talked to has had damage. Like he said, his roof, the windows, I guess, blew out in this house. Look at this. And so they've got a lot of cleanup. It's a poor area. It's a low-income area. And so, you know, in addition to just dealing with damage, it's going to be a matter of, look at this, guys. It's going to be a matter of people being able to afford the cleanup, because many, like I said, people are low income. They don't have extra money to do stuff, and so this is just a burden they did not expect, and it just makes life certainly a lot tougher to be able to deal with this. So now many of them will have to come up with money that they don't have to try to deal with this. And so that's why you see a number of people I talk to basically just saying, we're not sure what we're going to do. They're trying to figure out where is the money going to come from to take care of this damage. FEMA is here, a number of other agencies. The governor says that FEMA, of course, is activated and is here and is going to be at work immediately. Senator Eric Schmidt also echoed the same thing, saying that he had been in contact with the White House about the situation to make sure that this help gets to citizens as quickly as possible. Just look at this. Everywhere we look, you see the bricks that were ripped out here, and you just look at this house. And this damage, this is all over. This is everywhere you look. There is this damage. At the news conference this morning, let me navigate, and this is a problem. This is all over, right? Wires, downed wires. And this, like I said, this is all over, so you have to be careful when you walk out here, because you just don't know which wires are which. And so you just want to be very careful as you go through and as you deal with this. What was said at the news conference was that some 5,000 buildings were damaged. Look at that, guys. Some 5,000 buildings were damaged. They're going to be going through all of these houses, all of these structures, to make sure no one's inside, to make sure no one was inside injured, no one was crushed, or no additional people. 38 people were injured, and 5 people, as you know, 5 people were killed. 38 people were injured in all this. How you guys doing?
Not good.
Yeah,
That's the question you have to ask. How you doing? Not good.
did you have a lot of damage?
Well, they had a lot of damage. I just was out here brickwork, all that. I lost a friend down at the church.
Hmm.
Yeah. But he just kept there, buried him yesterday. So I ain't been having a really good day.
I,
No, I don't know. She was now, she was stepping out.
I've never seen anything like this in St. Louis.
No.
And I was in news for 45 years and never saw anything like this.
Right. It's bad, man.
It's like a hurricane came through.
Yeah. Bad.
Well, you guys, I'm going to keep you in my prayers, man.
All right, you know, hey, Frank, I know who that is now. Yeah, that's John with you, that's Elliot. That's Elliot Davis. Yeah, it ain't been too good around here, but, you know, we just take it one day at a time.
I'm sorry. What you say, buddy?
Like I said, we just taking it one day at a time, we getting it, you know. We just thank the Lord that, you know, not too many lives was gone. I can't watch the news because we ain't got no power to see the news.
You have no power either?
No, it's dead around here. You know, they got them.
Now, do you live here?
Yeah, I stay here. Watch the house. Yeah, my buddy, that was breaking. My friend there, she stays there, but she
Yeah.
didn't leave last night.
Okay.
You know, and all my neighbors' houses they destroyed. They got a mobile command center set up down the street down there.
Right, I was down there covering it this morning.
So, that's, you know.
I mean, this is, like I said, I've never seen anything like this in St. Louis.
No, I don't want to see nothing else like this in St. Louis. All right, go on, young man. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully this the last of it. I don't know what the weather's going to be today, so I don't know if we're going to run into some more of this stuff, or hopefully this is it.
Do you plan to stay in the house, or are you going to try to go to a shelter? Or?
I don't know whether my niece come around here. I'll probably just stay in the house, you know, if I have to. You know. I'm trying to see what my neighbor's doing. I don't know if he's moving out of his house down there or not.
Yeah, it's just tragic that so many people died.
I don't know how many people died.
5.
There was 5
Yeah.
people altogether died.
Yeah.
How big a scope was this? I mean, how far did it?
Well, they said it about 40 blocks.
40 blocks. Okay. Because I know like I said, I can't watch the news, so we don't know what's going on.
Because you don't have any power right now.
We have no power. The service station out. That apartment building, my friends who stayed there, blew the windows out that apartment building there. If you go around the front side,
Yeah.
that big apartment building right there, it just snatched the windows out, bricks still fell on the front and the side.
It looks like the roof collapsed there. too.
Yeah, that's just the house. I'm talking about that big apartment building right
Okay.
there. Yeah, that right there. It's bad up on Kings Highway. You know, right, a lot of people lost their roofs, and one house down there was a 2-story, now it's converted down, it's down to 1 story now. All the tenants had to move to the first floor, but it's so bad down there. I'm spared compared to what they got.
Right. But you just never expect this.
No, like I said, we want to know what happened. You know, what I say by that, because it's bad, because I was at the store, and before I left the house, I was watching the news, watching the weather. They ain't said nothing about a storm. They said it was, the places they was talking about was so far away. We was like, oh, there ain't nothing in the city. So, excuse me for a second.
Let me let you talk. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, sister. The only store open up here is Mobile. Up on
Well,
Belmont. Kings Highway. The only place open up.
you can see there is cleanup that they're starting to try to do, but you can just see, look at this right across the street, guys. Looks like the roof of this building collapsed. It's down in front of the house right now, and that is the story of a lot of these families and people who were living in these homes. As you see people trying to collect the bricks. Here's somebody who's trying to collect these bricks here, and so you'll have a lot of people doing that. Often people can sell these bricks, but you know, it's like I said, it is just a tough situation. I see what he's saying about the windows blown out at this building across the street, and so it's like everywhere you walk along here is damage. It's like almost like every house you see, there is some damage someplace. And like I said, it's a low-income area, and it's not like people have a lot of resources, right? And so this is just what they didn't need to have something like this to happen. You're struggling as it is with lack of resources, and then something like this hits. Let me just show you this, guys. Look at this house here. Looks like this house is ruined. This house is destroyed. Look at this. It is incredible. How do you even describe this except to say it is destroyed? It is ruined. Look like the sides are out. The inside looks like it's gutted, and it just looks like this storm came through and just did a number on this house. And we just hope that nobody was in this structure. And a number of people were home at the time, and like I said, look at this, guys. And like a number of people were home, and the common comment I get from people is that they're saying is this fortunate that the damage was not even, that the death toll was not even higher, considering all the damage. As you look at all the damage to these homes, many of these people are saying, and that is absolutely true. It's, you know, the death toll, certainly it was bad enough, but that the death toll could have been even higher. Look at this, homes where the roofs were basically ripped off. You know, where the roofs were ripped off. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Everybody's all right.
How you guys holding up?
That's my church down there. That's my church down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were down there doing lunches between 11 and 1. And then they were having meetings too.
So that's your church that was destroyed down there?
What's this?
We're just talking to people about, you know, what they saw, what they know.
Well, I left there a little after 1, so I didn't see nothing down there until I had to come back, and poor Pat is a wonderful person.
Yeah, that's where someone died in that church.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
That's your what? You knew her?
Yes. Everybody knows Pat. She's the one that was over our lunches. If you had to have lunches, she was fixing them. And I worked over there when they come in the gate to give them some lunches. And I gave them out some scriptures and you know, things like that. Pat's a wonderful person. That's all I can say. She's like the backbone. She's a wonderful person. Yes, sir.
Describe Pat if you can. Tell us about her.
She's kind, loving, sweet. She sees people as people. And all the homeless who come in, she's kind to everybody. Whatever she could do, she could do. That's Pat. And the whole team was blessed to have Pat to do her, because she did so much. So we love her.
This has to be a shock. Obviously it hurts.
It does. Yeah, it's hard. But Pat is a wonderful lady. I just pray for the family now. Yeah, pray for the family.
But she was your church family.
All of us are church family. I love her.
Did you know Pat as well?
No, I didn't know her, but I know her.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is my mother's house with all this trash, with stuff that happened here. Yeah. We grew up on this block.
Okay. It's just terrible.
So how old are you?
It's just.
I'm asking you, how old are you now?
73.
Then I'm older than you then.
Okay. But this is absolutely terrible. I haven't seen anything
Horrible.
like this in St. Louis,
No.
and I've been around here for a long time.
I've been around here long too. What was that? When that storm came through for the, what was that thing down there? Gaslight Square.
Mm-hmm.
That was rough.
Yeah, this is. I haven't seen.
the worst one.
Oh yes.
This though is pretty bad. 5 people dead, 38 people injured. That's pretty bad.
I didn't know they done upped the thing.
What?
They done upped it.
Yeah, 5 people are dead now.
Well, they said 5, but
Yeah,
they said
and
about
but 38 people are
3 was hurt.
38 people are hurt. 5 people were killed. So this was pretty bad. Okay, well you hang in there. And I'm sorry about the loss of your friend.
Thank you.
What's her name? Pat? Okay. But anyway, I'm sorry about the loss of your friend.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, and thank you for talking to me.
Take care, Elliot. I appreciate it.
All right. How you doing?
All right, take care.
Well, those were apparently church members of a lady who was, and we've talked to about 3 or 4 people right now that confirmed that one of the victims was killed in that church that I showed you with all the damage. And here's someone we just met there that also knew the woman in the church who was killed there, and described her as a very nice person and a person who would help anybody that she could, the homeless and everybody else who would come there for help, and that she would just respond to them, and she was just there to help them and just do everything that she could do. And so obviously, tragic loss for people in this area who knew her and now are dealing with the loss. Is one of the people lost in this storm that has claimed a total of 5 lives and 38 people, I believe that's the number, injured, hurt in all this. So you talk about, and look at this, guys, everywhere this whole block is damaged. Look at this. There's damage almost, it looks like almost damage to every house in this block, some worse than others, but it looks like most of the houses did not escape the damage. Like, look at that one across the street, and you can see that extensive damage there. It's right now, they're not talking about the cleanup. They'll be able to tell, the mayor said they're going to let people know later how the public can help. Look at this, guys. They'll let people know later how the public can help with this. But as for right now, the search is still for the search is still to see if there are more victims, to see if there are any other casualties. Like I said, that number right now is 5. City officials obviously praying that that number doesn't go higher. They don't know. They can't say with certainty right now, but about 500 government workers and first responders and everybody are out there right now, and they're searching all of these homes that were damaged. Some 5,000 homes were damaged. I think the damage was in something like a 40-block area where there was this damage. And so they are going to go through and they're going to search. How you doing, man? You've had better days, I know. This is some people trying to deal with the destruction that there is in all of these homes. It is obviously a very tough situation. Like I said, it's a low-income neighborhood. It's where people don't have a whole lot of extra money to spare, and now they have this. FEMA is on site. They're on scene. The governor, Mike Kehoe, talked about that today, that FEMA will be here to provide assistance. Senator Eric Schmidt also here, along with obviously Mayor Kara Spencer, who was here for the news conferences last night, yesterday and last night, and she's back here today for a news conference. One little story that I'll tell you guys was when I went to the, I got a call from Pastor Mike Robinson of one of the churches basically last night, telling me that there were people who were outside of their apartment buildings because they were because of tornado damages, and they had to get outside. They couldn't get inside. So he called me down to come and he called me down to come and help out. I got down there, and the pastor was arranging for them a place for trying to figure out where these people are going to stay. Pastor had the mayor's cell phone number. Pastor is very much involved in helping the homeless. They open up their church for the homeless every year, especially all winter long. They open up their church for the homeless, and he had said that Mayor Kara Spencer had given him her cell number and said to call her if anything happens, if there was any need at all, to make sure that he called her. And so the pastor, as we were at the I think it was Roosevelt apartments that the people couldn't go back in on Euclid and like Delmar. He said he called Mayor Spencer last night, told her about the situation, told her that the people were outside of their apartment building. It was like 100 of them or more. They were outside their apartment building. They had nowhere to go, and it was a bad situation. He said the mayor then told him right then she was going to open up the shelter so these people would have a place to go. And so that was done. She immediately ordered the shelter to be open, and she told him that if the need is even greater, if they need even more space, she would open up more shelters. This is what Mayor Kara Spencer told the pastor last night, and did indeed, and open the shelters so that the people who were out of their homes would have a place to go. There are a lot of people right now today, they don't have a place. They're trying to figure it out. They can go to shelters, but many of them don't want to go there, so a lot of them are going to family members and relatives and everything like that. And so that is what they are doing. Right now, people are figuring out exactly where they're going to go, what they're going to do. So a lot of this is just people in survival mode right now. And you can see, look at this, where this giant tree has fallen, knocked off part of the roof. You can see where the roof is ripped up there on top. And this one, you can see again where the roof is torn off here. Almost every home I went to down this whole street, down this whole block, has some damage. And there's just a massive cleanup right now as people try to figure out their next step. Like I said, it's a low-income neighborhood. People here don't have a lot of money, and so a tragedy like this is just a double whammy for people as they try to survive this. Like I said, FEMA is here. Some other government agencies are here that hopefully they can help them. But as you know, it takes time for these agencies to really get in gear and really get to all these people that need help, since there's so many people and there's so much destruction that happened in this. And that has been the real key in this, is that this damage happened over such a broad area, like 40 blocks. I mean, that is a huge area of where you have a lot of damage to some 5,000 buildings that damage was done to. And like I said, officials said at the news conference, they are still in life-saving mode. They're still in a mode of searching all these buildings to find people alive, to help where they can. And so that's the mode that they're in right now. That's what they're trying to do. That's still the priority right now, is to save lives. That's the word that the mayor had this morning, that the priority right now is to save lives. 5,000 buildings damaged. Obviously, that means that there certainly is a lot to do. There are hundreds and hundreds of first responders and other workers from all over our area. People responded and came to help, to do what they could do, to lend a hand, to lend some assistance. Folks came in from everywhere. People are suffering. A lot of people here are just stunned. Many people basically don't know what to do. Like I said, a lot of folks are just stunned, don't know what to do, don't know where the money is going to come from to do everything that needs to be done. And so certainly there is a lot of work. There is a lot to do right now. And people are so stunned by all this because no one has seen any devastation like this in a long, long time. Look at this, guys. Just look at this. No one has seen devastation here in St. Louis like this in a long, long time. You know, like when we get the storm alerts and weather alerts, and I know Fox 2 as well as the other stations were giving the storm and weather alerts, and many times you think, well, it's not going to hit me. It's going to go down the street. It's going to be someplace else. It's going to be another neighborhood. No one ever thinks that it's going to hit them, that it's going to hit where they are, that people are going to die in their area from the storm. Nobody ever thinks that. But right now, people, I think this is Albert Street, I think it is right now. It's not far from Kings Highway in Delmar, but certainly yesterday, this was ground zero. This was the target area for these storms, and people here right now trying to figure out their next step. People here right now trying to figure out how they're going to regroup from this tragedy. Like I said, a tragedy that's already claimed 5 lives, injured about 38 people. The search still underway throughout the city. We talk again to Mayor Kara Spencer, who says that the mission right now is still life-saving. It's still searching for survivors in all this. And there are hundreds of first responders who are out, and they're searching all those collapsed buildings. They're searching every one of those structures to see if there's a life there that needs saving. That still is the priority right now. That is where their attention is focused. This was a horrendous tragedy to hit this city. The city will rebuild. The people will regroup. As you heard me talk to a lot of people about what their reaction is to this, but people, obviously, they're very hurt by this, many confused by all this, but many really had that look of determination that they were going to rebuild, that they were going to survive this, that this wasn't going to take them down. That's the feeling I got from the residents I talked to, even the ones that you could obviously tell are hurt and confused, don't know what to make of all this. Still, they all had that demeanor that they were going to survive, that they were going to overcome this, as bad as it is. I'm going to keep you on top of all this, on top of this tragedy, my Facebook friends.